This meeting is being recorded.
So let me say welcome because we've got the recording going tonight. And thank you all for being here. It's ACIM Talks with Reverend Jim. And this is, oh boy, October 21st already. Anything you guys want to mention now that we're recording? Any announcements or testimonials or anything like that? All right. D, you're still in every day is wonderful mode
Absolutely.
without variation.
You got it.
Okay, so you see, she is an experienced course in miracle student. Listen, why don't we move things along? I brought some music for you to listen to. It goes about 3 minutes or so. Keep your ears open because it's from an idiom that you might not listen to very often, okay?
Okay.
But let's give it a try. I thought, hold on. What's going on? Hold on a moment, folks. Let's try this again. I think I have the wrong video.
Oh. I hear something.
All right, there we go.
If I could figure it out, then I would. Am I living it out as I should? You ain't living with doubt, then that's good. That's good. You're stepping into destiny.
Chasing the goal can take a toll on your soul. Plus you pay with time, which is greater than gold. I paved the road with expression, depression, and happy times. I sung a lot of songs, I wrote some bad rhymes. Grabbing lines from classic Donny Hathaway. Just want a classic that'll last when I pass away. Once a castaway with Tom Hanks' pedigree. Backstabbers laughed at me. God thanks, you rescued me. Yes, yeah. And now the son of stolen legacies. A poet for the centuries, flowing over 7 seas. I know I'm stepping into destiny, slowly but steadily. And I guess heaven's blessing.
If I could figure it out, then I would. Am I living it out as I should? You ain't living with doubt, then that's good. That's good. You're stepping into destiny.
Now what we want and what we need seem to stand at odds. So it's been deemed that desire divides man from God. I find it odd, atheists claim the craziest on earth worship God, but disbelief is still a belief of what is worth. And what is our work's purpose? To purchase treasures and such? Compare items to ideals, they'll never measure up. Thus, instead of depending on spending and never-ending loans, everything I own is in my energy and chromosomes. I can't ever let those economic woes stress me. I've been investing in myself, that's how you build wealth correctly. Yeah, I know I'm stepping into destiny, slowly but steadily, and I guess heaven's blessing.
If I could figure it out, then I would. Am I living it out as I should? You ain't living with doubt, then that's good.
Well, alright.
That's good.
Well, alright.
You're stepping into destiny.
Come on.
La da 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 da. La da 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 da.
Feels good, right?
La da 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 da. You're stepping into destiny.
My personal missteps projected hurtful effects on others, so it'd be selfish if I held no regrets. And yet I learned the most from the worst mistakes I made. In the midst of insanity, ignorance, and vanity. And candidly, can it be my comfort with addiction? What's that? The luxury of living in this abundance and richness. More food than I consume, more gear than I wear. Long showers, shampoo, conditioner in my hair. aware that the conditions others live in isn't fair. So, yeah, I often wrestle with the question, am I doing the best with heaven's blessing? Lord, I don't know.
If I could figure it out, then I would. Am I living it out as I should? You ain't living with doubt, then that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. You're stepping into destiny. La da 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 da.
Can we sing it
La
loud?
da 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 da.
Come on.
La da 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 da. La da. You're stepping into destiny.
So that song is called Stepping into Destiny.
That was interesting.
Yeah. I
What
wish I could have heard it better.
say that?
I didn't hear it well either.
Well, Joan said it was interesting. I'm surprised she didn't say she couldn't hear it very well. Well, why do
I
you
couldn't make the words out.
Yeah. Why do you say it's interesting, Joe?
Well, I have closed captioning on, so I could read
Ah,
what he was saying. I would not have been able to hear it. But
Yeah.
I could hear it, but not well enough to really enjoy it or get the
Yeah.
meaning out of it.
Did you pick up any words at all? Did you hear him talking about God?
I heard him talking about a lot of things. I don't remember him mentioning God, but I knew he was
Yeah.
thinking about his future and
Yeah.
Yeah, it came
stepping
out loud
into
and clear
destiny.
over here.
Say that
Pardon?
again, Doug.
It came out loud and clear on my computer.
Oh,
Yeah.
if I could find a volume, I would probably be able
Yeah,
to.
there's a volume down at it should be a speaker, like a horn with lines in front of it.
Yeah. Well,
And if you put on that, if you click on that, you should be able to go up and down.
okay. But I'll tell you, just not to
Mine's all the way
make a
up.
big deal out of it. And I thought the idiom, oh boy, what's going on now?
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing.
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry.
So we're gonna have you.
on my screen it just says Zoom with white screen.
Yes, mine too.
All right. I'm gonna ask you guys to leave the meeting and try
Okay.
it again from the email I sent you. All right.
Okay, we'll do that. Here I go. I'm out the door.
All right.
I'm out the door.
You're saying everyone?
Sherilyn? Not
Everyone should-
everyone.
Oh, okay.
Sherilyn, what are you seeing?
I'm just seeing my regular screen. Let me
Do
just.
you see me on the big screen?
Yes, I see you on the side.
On the side.
I'm viewing peace screen, it says.
Doug, I thought you were gone.
Well, I thought I was too. I put leave meeting.
All right. Now, somebody's still there, right? That's Doug,
Yep.
I'll bet.
I'm to click here. Can I?
Yeah.
I'm already in.
All right.
I think All you need to, I think, go up to where it says, launch a Zoom meeting, click on that. Click on the X. And then just go over and click on the next one, and that should clear that screen out for you.
Stop share.
There you go.
There we
Okay.
go. Ah, how is she able to share and she's not a co-host? At any rate,
It might be how your setting is that allows the whole group to share.
well, Joan is back with us
Yeah.
as well. Thank goodness.
Doug is not yet.
Not yet. So we'll see how he does. Hopefully Joan's here.
Her name is up.
It is. Joan, can you hear me? So does this
She's
go in the
muted.
category called
Joan is
technical
muted.
difficulties tonight? Are you ready to put it in that category yet? Technical difficulties? Can you guys hear me or not?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I can see everyone.
So are we ready to put this into the technical difficulty category officially?
I'm ready to not record it yet, to stop the recording, perhaps.
Well, we're already recording.
You can't stop it and start it?
I can stop it and starting, but why don't we just move on and get started tonight
Okay.
and leave whatever time we have. So to do that, and we'll give Joan a chance to figure it out and Doug a chance to figure it out too. But we are on page 226 in the text. And we're still on Roman 5, the Sane Curriculum. It's always hard to pick up where we left off, particularly since we're only doing this every other week. But I'm just wondering if you have any comments about what Jesus could possibly mean by the sane curriculum. You know?
Well, it can't be one with the ego, because that's not sane.
Right.
All right, so I think we're off to a good start here. And he starts out by talking about in paragraph 1, he says, only love is strong because it is undivided. What's that got to do with the sane curriculum, would you say?
Well, the same curriculum is undivided.
So I think if Kathleen and I, because I agree with Kathleen as usual, let's continue and see what else he has to say that lines up with that little summary assessment. And could you say what it is again? The same curriculum is? Only love is strong because it is undivided.
Mm-hmm.
And Kathleen said, that's why it's the same curriculum.
Yeah, because it's undivided. You can't, it is what it is, and it isn't, and it doesn't change.
And then in paragraph 2, Jesus says, that is why the recognition of your own invulnerability is so important to the restoration of your sanity.
Mm-hmm.
For if you accept your invulnerability, you are recognizing that attack has no effect. So if it has no effect, nothing really happens in attack, does it?
Right, it
No.
doesn't. And
Yeah.
also in sentence 2 of paragraph 1, it says the strong do not attack because they see no need to do so. So
Okay.
yeah, attack doesn't affect us, and we don't attack either.
And so paragraph 3, Jesus says, you will never realize the utter uselessness of attack except by recognizing that your attack on yourself has no effects. It's therefore meaningless, right? We read that before.
Yes.
And let's just spend a little time and talk about what is an attack.
Any unloving thought.
Yeah.
Okay. You're hitting right at the essence of it, but let's unpack it a little bit for those of us that are still in the world of specifics. When we say attack has no effects and is therefore meaningless, are we talking about attacks on you? And are we talking about physical attacks? Yes. What about other kinds of attacks? Those that attack you emotionally.
Well, it can't affect the truth of our being.
Yeah.
Perfect. But does that include all attacks? Like, what if you had certain expectations that aren't always met?
It includes all attacks. The truth of our being is invulnerable.
So would you say attacks and grievances have any similarities?
Certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see where I'm going with this? About no exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Attack is never justified.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's you attacking someone out of protecting yourself from attack, or whether it's you attacking yourself as though you've done something wrong. If you're invulnerable, what can you do wrong?
Nothing, because you're not taking it in.
The very fact that it needs protecting goes counter to the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I want to stay on the definition of attack, it could be said that any grievance Do you see how absolute this undivision becomes? This no exception type of learning is the key to this new way of matriculating our way. Did I do poorly on connecting that to the Sane Curriculum, or what do you think?
Well, I think
Well-
it goes beyond attack is never justified.
Yeah.
It's even whether it's justified or not, it's not doing anything to us. It's not changing us in any way.
Yeah, I think,
I mean, what? Go ahead.
and I'm sorry. And
I'm
in
done.
paragraph 3, line 4, for you are always the first point of your attack, and if this has never been, it has no consequences. Therefore, it is undivided.
Where are you reading, dear?
I'm paragraph 3
Yeah.
on
Do you have
page
a page?
225.
Paragraph 3 and what sentence?
4.
Yes.
So it's telling you for you are always the first point of your attack, and if this has never been, it has no consequences. And if it has no consequences, then it's undivided. And if it's undivided, then it's a sane curriculum.
I see where you're going, and maybe that's a fitting place.
And if you go to the next
Get our
sentence,
readers together. And since you're chomping at the bit, Kathleen, we'll have you be our first reader.
sure.
And then Sherilyn, and then Ron, and then Dee. And I'm so sorry we seem to have lost Joan and Doug. But let's just keep going, knowing all is well because of our invulnerability to failure, right?
All right.
Good segue. Go ahead, Kathleen. We're on paragraph 4, right?
Oh, paragraph
Yes.
4? Is that the paragraph we're starting?
Well,
We're starting
isn't
with?
that where you left off?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go to 4.
You want me to read the whole paragraph?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Dave. The Holy Spirit's love is your strength, for yours is divided and therefore not real. You cannot trust your own love when you attack it. You cannot learn of perfect love with a split mind, because a split mind has made itself a poor learner. You tried. Oops, I'm sorry. You tried to make the separation eternal because you wanted to retain the characteristics of creation, but with your own content. Yet creation is not of you, and poor learners do not need special teaching.
No, poor learners do.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Poor learners
Okay, yeah, poor
need
learners do
special
need
teaching.
special teaching.
Let's read one more. We're up to Sherilyn now. That's paragraph 5, right?
Yes. You have learning handicaps in a very literal sense. There are areas in your learning skills that are so impaired that you can progress only under constant, clear-cut direction provided by a teacher who can transcend your limited resources. He becomes your resource because of yourself. You cannot learn. The learning situation in which you place yourself is impossible. And in this situation, you clearly require a special teacher and a special curriculum. Poor learners are not good choices as teachers, either for themselves or for anyone else. You would hardly turn to them to establish the curriculum by which they can escape from their limitations. If they understood what is beyond them, they would not be handicapped.
Ron, do 6, okay? And then we'll stop and talk.
Yes, you do not know the meaning of love, and that is your handicap. Do not attempt to teach yourself what you do not understand, and do not try to set up curriculum goals where yours have clearly failed. Your learning goal has been not to learn, and this cannot lead to successful learning. You cannot transfer what you have not learned, and the empowerment of the ability to generalize is a crucial learning failure. Would you ask those who have failed to learn what learning aids are for? They do not know. If they could interpret the aids correctly, they would have learned from them.
Whoa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Too deep? What was the first sentence in paragraph 1?
Only love is strong because it is undivided.
And what are you, really? Literally.
Divided. Actually, we're not.
Who just said that? They said
Say-
you are love, someone, right? D. Yeah, she's being shy. So love, only love is strong. Why, Sherilyn?
Because it is not divided. It is undivided.
It is undivided.
Divided.
That is what makes it love. It's only one thing. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
When is it
Always.
only one thing?
All the
Always.
time.
All the time?
If it's real love.
Yeah.
All right. So we go over to the next page, paragraph 6. It says, you do not know the meaning of love.
Well, when you're functioning
your-
from the place of ego, no, you don't know the what love is. But if you're functioning from the place of love, then you don't have to explain what it is because it is.
And what is it? He said in sentence 1, why it is strong. Why is it strong?
Because it's undivided.
Because it's undivided. Yes.
So then he says at the bottom of paragraph 4, sentence 4, you try to make the separation eternal because you wanted to retain the characteristics of love. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Creation, right? Love. But with your own content. You're trying to divide what gets its essence from being, what was that word, Sherilyn?
Undivided.
When will you be able to accomplish your goal?
When you don't create a story about love.
And yet we keep trying to make exceptions. How am I doing?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like we know we're loved, but sometimes we still have grievances.
Well, then we
Of
don't really
course.
know we're love. We can't have a grievance if
Said
we know.
you do not know the meaning of love. What makes it love is it's indivisible.
Mm-hmm.
Look at paragraph 6, sentence 4. Jesus says you cannot transfer what you have not learned. And the impairment of the ability to generalize is a crucial learning failure. Where have you seen that word generalize before?
In the introduction to the workbook lessons.
In paragraph 4. So go there quickly, Dee. Can you do that?
Sure.
Everybody can if you want. I think it's an important point. And it's on what's the page, Dee?
It's page 1.
Page 1. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at it and see what I thought it was in paragraph 4. The purpose of the workbook is to train your mind in a systematic way to a different perception of how many ones,
Everyone,
how many things
everything.
in the world. The exercises are planned to help you generalize the lessons so that you will understand that each of them is equally applicable to everyone and everything you see. So if that's true, when is attack justified?
Never.
Ever.
And what does attack mean? It means to have a grievance, something you don't like, something you're going to attack, push back on, ostensibly to protect yourself from. So for those that want the power of love, is that what you're learning love is? Sometimes love? Is that what you're learning and teaching? If so, you haven't learned what love is yourself.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a part-time job.
No, it's just the opposite, don't you
Right.
see?
Yep.
You can't pick and choose the way creation works for good. It works because it uses the same power all the time.
Mm.
Now, this is what we teachers of God are to teach. It's very hard to teach it if you can't do it. Yes?
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yes.
Yeah, and what's coming to mind is that statement, all or nothing at all.
Or maybe your parents said, a job worth doing. is worth doing well, or
Well.
no, do it well or not at all, right?
Mhm.
The first lesson of the Holy Spirit, chapter 6, section 6, to have, give all to all. Didn't mean give all your riches away and the clothes off your back. No, to have, give everything your all as though it's for your good. You already knew this, right?
Well, I think that's all we can do anyhow. We only give what we have. It's either lack or either
Yeah,
fear
but
or
what do you have?
exactly.
I'm asking.
I have a mixed bag, unfortunately.
So you're making exceptions? Are there
Yes, I
some areas where you're vulnerable?
Mhm.
unfortunately, yes.
And yet we just spent 15 minutes saying how that's impossible. Help me out here. Help her out, rest of you. We love you, Dee.
I'm
Part of the
not
problem,
always
I think, is having expectations with the love that we have.
Mhm.
We don't do it unconditionally because we already have a set mind that it should work out this way.
Yeah. And yet your higher self has, your higher self is not seriously influenced by how it should work out for you.
not
The
influenced at
higher
all.
self wants it to work out for
Everyone.
Everyone.
and everything. When?
All the time.
Always.
All the time.
So when you go to that source, you may be disappointed. Comments?
Well, the fake you could be, the real you can't be disappointed.
So now we're digging deeper and just getting to the common denominator. What am I?
We're
Who
love.
am
In truth, we're love. Sometimes we forget that, but we still are it.
So if you want to know why the results are shaky, it's because love is undivided. It's not that love don't work, it's that we don't work it. Have you heard stuff like this before?
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
In other language, all language is metaphor, all words are symbol. They're not the thing, but they're pointers to what the thing is or is like, or let me give you an idea. Well, it's cold. Okay, that's not the thing. If we're
Mhm.
talking about a popsicle, okay, it can't replace tasting it, but it can give you an idea. But you can't really tell what it is unless you experience it. And here's the other thing. You can't really teach what it is if you don't know.
No.
You'll walk around like an unhealed healer. Have you heard that term anywhere in the course?
Yes.
All right. Am I making people feel bad or anything?
No,
No,
Yeah.
but we don't know it until we experience it, but we can experience other than the truth as well. We can experience fear or love.
They're reciprocal. If I close off fear with the understanding that it's impossible, if I truly believe that, it would be gone. Or at least that's the theory.
What's reciprocal mean?
If I push, it goes back. If I go back, it comes forward. It's kind of a teeter-totter relationship.
Doesn't mean the same as opposite. No.
Well, it does. It does. Like, okay, today I'm very positive, so my positive side of my teeter-totter is up. And tomorrow I'm positive, but now my negative has weight and it's starting to come up too. So we're not at maximal distances, but somewhere in between.
But truth has no opposites, so that's where I'm a little confused.
You're not talking about the truth.
Oh, okay.
If you were, we wouldn't be having this discussion about its opposite.
Okay, fair enough. I got lost in the conversation, to be honest. I don't know where we're at.
Example between the level that we think we're aspiring to, being, ego influence, and the level that the Holy Spirit wants us to achieve with his help. This is where he wants to take us so that we can truly benefit from the power of creation. It'll be used, you can use it to make crap. It's a gift, it's yours.
right.
But it will bring so much more if you'll use it for what it was intended for.
So basically, this is going beyond when you get to the point where you go beyond words and words and concepts are no longer needed, you just are. And even while you're here, until you cross over, go over the bridge or whatever, wherever it is, you're not going to be there, because there's always the thought of this is what I'm going to be, because you're thinking that's what you're going to be. When you stop thinking and you just are, then you just are that love. And the book says it doesn't happen until you, I say, cross over, step over, whatever.
I can't even fathom this.
Right.
I don't understand it.
Right. And that's why I say it's beyond words.
And that's why Jesus says understanding is not a requirement for this. Your understanding is detrimental to this. It's another way to me of saying you gotta let go and let God.
Mm-hmm.
And to really do it, you have to do it with a smile and not a smirk.
Mm-hmm.
With a complete smile and no frowns ever.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I wish we had our other people with here because Joan would have something to say. What you got? What do you think, Miss White, so far?
Well, it's very complex, but I understand it. I don't know if I could explain it to someone else, but I understand it.
Yeah.
Um,
No, you understand. Don't you understand that you don't understand? And that your understanding is not a requirement, just your willingness to try it. Seriously,
yes, yes,
let go, relax, act as though everything is fine, no matter what. Now, I'm not asking you to do that on a whim or anything like
I
that.
know.
We're asking you to do it because it's true. Despite appearances, it's true. Despite the illusions we've made, it's still true. Try it and watch your illusions fade, not this. I love this stuff. What do you think?
I love it too.
Uh-huh.
It's a different way of seeing, isn't it?
Yes, it
You thought
is.
he
Yes,
was
it is.
kidding, right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
The purpose of this course is to change your mind in a systematic way about everyone and everything in the world. And I'm going to give you a few principles. Remember to use them every moment. And when you forget, remember them and snap out of it and try again. I don't blame you for not remembering all the time. Just do the best you can. And I'll help you even more. I'm a good teacher. Some of my students are fast learners. Some are a little slower. But some I give help. And some I give even more help. I'm not stupid. I know what your needs are. Unlike you, but we won't get it. Okay. Do we dare read any more? I'm showing we're on paragraph 7. How about I read? Okay, we got a couple minutes.
Sure.
Paragraph 7, page 226. I have said that the ego's rule is seek and do not find. Now, translated into curricular terms, this means try to learn, but do not succeed. The result of this curriculum goal is obvious. Every legitimate teaching aid, every real instruction, and every sensible guide to learning will still be misinterpreted since they are all for facilitating the learning this strange curriculum is against. Wait a minute. Yeah. There was no period there after against. Is there in your book? Never mind.
No.
No, there isn't.
5. Okay, that threw me. Sentence 5. If you are trying to learn how not to learn, and the aim of your teaching is to defeat yourself, what can you expect but confusion? Such a curriculum does not make sense. Look, there is a way to learn what we need to learn. To make exceptions and say some learning is for my good and some is not, if that's the way, the method you want to use, then you're just defeating yourself. It can never work. You do not know the meaning of love. Love won't work if it's not love. When?
Always. If it's not love, it won't work.
When is that not true?
Never.
So if you're doing a love thing that has exceptions, where are you going?
Round and round with the ego.
You're in
Yeah,
circles.
I was kidding. Yeah, on the hamster wheel.
So he's really getting into trying to help us to remember what we truly are. And as complicated as that may seem, what he's saying is it's simple. At least theoretically, it's simple. Be what you are when.
Always.
Always.
Now, you don't have to be perfect today or tomorrow or next year or whatever. Be as perfect as you can today by remembering what you are. So if you forget 10 times, consciously try and make it 5 times. And the blessings that you will experience, you'll see it works. You have to taste it. So we had a lot of technical issues to get started tonight, but I thank you for your patience, your indulgence, and where did we leave off? I think we didn't even finish where we were supposed to start tonight. Oh, yeah. Oh, well. Final questions and comments. I better just,
Thank you.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, thank you,
Oh,
Jim, for
there's-
being our teacher.
Oh man, thank you for allowing, again, it's I think number 3 in the manual for teachers, it says something that's who are their pupils, and it's kind of the counterpart of the adage a lot of us know, the axiom that says when the student is ready, the teacher appears. But there's a corollary to that. that Jesus talks about. He says, when the teacher is ready, his students will appear.
Mhm.
So I want to thank you for showing up for me and my readiness to deserve folks of your caliber. Okay. So,
Thank
Hey.
you. And I would think
Thank you.
Joan hears this all, or she would have left already.
yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So, too.
Yeah.
So do you see, we got no Doug, we got no Joni, and somebody else is not here tonight. Anyhow, if I'm missing somebody, bless them. And there are no grievances here, right?
Right.
Took me a long time to get like this. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Next
Have
week.
a blessed
Namaste.
week, everybody.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste,
Namaste.
guys.